This is a major update to all crypto investors. Why is there panic in the market and why is the continuation of liquidation levels? Because within the last 24 hours only, Bitcoin's dropped 228.2 million as far as liquidation longs are concerned. Exactly the same for Ethereum, 169, and the others 43.16 million. These are all long liquidations. And why is that happening? What is the market sentiment? We can move over into the crypto fear and greed. You can see one thing. We are in 23. We are in extreme fear. Where were we last month? Neutral. Where were we last week? Fear. Market sentiment is moving down. Why is that? Because we look at the big daddy. Why is everybody scared? And why are liquidation levels happening? Because of this. 107,223. This was the area that we needed to hold. This was the base that we needed to hold. That was the range that we were holding for such a long period of time. So what needs to happen for us to reverse is to get back in here, to break back the 107,223, hold this as support and start pushing up, putting in those higher highs, higher lows as we start making our way past these barriers. Once we start making our way past these barriers and testing the top of the range, that's going to give one thing. It's going to give an indication that altcoins can start running. So as we start pushing up and pushing up, Bitcoin is the big daddy leader. Then we look at the total three. How much is this recovering? We've bounced off the 61.8. We need to come back. We need to take out 1.05 trillion, react from there, push through there, and start making our way back up to the all-time high before I can confirm alt season 2025. If it happens in 2025, but ultimately what we need is this drop in Bitcoin dominance. You can see that this has been the sticking point here. We got a reaction, we got a big wick to the upside. That was met by a fake out. Bulls went all the way up to here. Bulls finished all the way down here. And then we got the rejection. That's exactly what we want on Bitcoin dominance, because we want a weak dominance, because when Bitcoin dominance goes down, that means that is altcoins going up. So that's what we're waiting for. And ultimately, there's a couple of indications that's going to give us an idea of when this is likely to happen. Firstly, it's going to be the USDT dominance. This is telling a story. We've got a double top here, and what we need is a failure pattern. And the best thing that you can get in the short term for a failure pattern is something like this. It's called a lower low, lower close candle. So if we just do an example of this, there's the candle, there was the open, there's the close. If it closes at this point, and then you want another candle that comes all the way down and takes out the extreme low of the previous candle, then that would signal a continuation to the downside. And that's exactly what we're looking for. We want people to spend their tether. We want people to spend their USDT. What they're going to spend it on, they're not going to spend it on groceries. They're going to spend it on altcoins. They're going to go further down the risk curve. So this is going to be an indication. This is going to be something that I'm looking at, is the USDT dominance within the coming days, and I'll keep you posted on that. Next thing's the Russell 2000, because this thing showed strength. We got a breakout, we got an all-time high, we got a break and a close of the all-time high of the Russell 2000. That was followed by this, a rejection back in. This is going to be my leading indicator for alt season part one. So part one, break of the Russell 2000. Part two, break of total three. That will happen shortly after we get a confirmation that these on-risk stocks are going to put in new all-time highs and sustain an on-risk rally. It is all relevant. It's not crypto. It is all relevant. But ultimately, we do need that break of total three. Ultimately, we do need to push up on total three. Before that can happen, we need the drop in dominance. Before that can happen, we need Bitcoin to recover back into this level. 107,000 on the day is going to be the important level that we need to hold. If we can't breach back in there, there's a potential. We've got a rejection, further downside, and go back to test the 100,000. That's not what we want in the short term. It is the weekend, guys. Liquidity is low on the weekend. Potentially, you could get a move towards Sunday afternoon. But firstly, you need to prepare what is happening today, what's happening going into tomorrow morning, and then ultimately how you can prepare going into next week in crypto. So if you did find this video useful, guys, I'm going to be doing plenty of updates over the weekend. Let me know in the comments what you want me to cover next, and I'll see you very shortly.